What's good, y'all? Sesamel.
It's HOT right here.
And it's HOTV BARSCHOOL. You already know what it is, man.
Yeah.
We got the 60-40 rule. We're going to break down how this works.
Very simple.
That's right.
We started off like this. 60% out of 100% is based on your lyrical content, your bars.
Your originality.
Your originality.
All that good stuff that come with that. So, you spit some mad old stuff, you lose points for that. You spit original hot bars and punches, that all counts. It's all relative. The other 40% is your performance, which incorporates
delivery.
That's right. Projection, vocal projection. Your style and how you're gracing the stage when you're doing your thing.
Stage presence.
That's all part of that. And also the intangible. Certain things you just can't see. You just feel it when the MC is really getting that soul glow, getting that Leroy glow, But put those scores together, the 60-40 equals 100%. And we're going to give you one round breakdown of how it works with JC and Chilla Jones in the second round. So we're going to start with JC first since he went first. And JC, what do you think he got bar-wise?
JC, I gave JC between a 53 and a 54 for round two.
And for me, it was like a 52 and a 53. So if we break it down, he gets about a 53, I believe. No, 52. 52. He gets a 52 solid. Now, in regards to the performance-wise,
he was a 34.
34. So he's solid 34. So
solid 34. You can probably argue for a 35 at top. Okay. At most, but a 34, yeah.
All right, so if you have a 52 out of 60 with your lyrical content and you get a 34 out of 40, which is the performance and everything else, that's an 86 out of 100, which is a phenomenal score. That's a classic round. Let's go ahead and get into Chilla Jones and see how well he did in that second round as well. What do you have in regards to his bar content?
Chilla Jones, for Chilla, I gave Chilla Jones 55 for bars, lyrical content. Originality.
And I gave him a 54, and when you combine the scores, it's pretty much a 55 if you round it out. So he gets a 55 for his lyrical content. Now, what about everything else? The presence, delivery.
Chilla was about a 33.
33? I agree. I was more probably along the 32. I mean, because Chilla Jones, that's not his strong suit is delivering and performing. He's a more bar-heavy guy, but he brought some intensity to it, so he gets a good solid score for what he brought to the table. So if you get a 33 and a 55, that gives you an 88 score. So based off the score we give, it was an 88 for Chilla Jones and an 86 for JC.
Round two.
Round two. So it's a really close round. I mean, depending on your score, if you're doing this.
it was some dope shit in there, if I could highlight real quick just certain things, when JC did the Chilla impersonation, that was dope. That was cold. How he flipped it. That was nice. How he did that. Chilla did the instrument scheme. That was crazy as fuck right there.
There's too many quotable bars actually.
There's a lot of more quotables in there, but to me in that round, those two things to me were they highlight moments in that round.
And also, if you notice the scores we gave them, they got over 50s in bar content. For you to get that type of score, it requires you to really put something in your pin game. I mean, a lot of MCs who are this PG caliber, they get around 47s, 48s, sometimes 45s, depending on how strong their lyrical content is. Some guys are delivery based, with strong delivery and decent bars.
That's true.
One of the key things I want to point out as well is that when we watch these battles, one of the things we really focus on is objectivity, not subjectivity. I love Sway Summer. I love JC as MCs, but when I'm watching their battles, I'm not gonna go by what I prefer when I'm watching. I'm gonna go by what is real, what is tangible. Just because I don't necessarily like a bar does not mean it didn't have impact and it wasn't a real sturdy bar. So you don't want to take credit away from MCs based on your preferences, because when you do that, you've officially became biased and your judging doesn't really have the merit it deserves.
So since it's Sunday,
That ain't really a real beat.